Hey guys, welcome again to my channel. My name is Omi, and in today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to revamp your bone straight bob wig into this beautiful wig. If this is what you want to learn, please let's get right into it. So here I have my water, in a bowl, I have my shampoo, my conditioner. I also be using my tail comb and yes, a toothbrush. Yes, this is the wig I'll be working with today. So I've gone ahead to add my shampoo into my water, gave it a very good mix so that it lathers properly. Then I brushed out my wig, then I'm also combing it out again just to avoid tangling. I've gone ahead to dip my wig into the water. It's a warm water I'm using, by the way. So guys, basically what I was doing was repeating the same process, dipping the hair into the water and squeezing, dipping and squeezing so that the dirt can go off neatly. Notice the water is very dirty. So this was the second time I was washing. I repeated the same process, added my shampoo into the water, dipped my wig into it, and then repeated the same process. At this point I was ready to wash the closure, so I used my thumb to squeeze it a bit, to rub my thumb against the closure a bit, added my shampoo a little bit to the closure, rubbed with my tongue, then I picked up my brush. Yes, this is what I was going to use the brush for. So I picked up my brush, then I brushed it gently, please, gently so as not to tear your closure. So I used my brush, brushed out the closure gently, rubbed again with my thumb just to make sure that all the dirt on the closure went off. Remember that this closure is a part of the wig that takes in all the hair wax and takes in a lot of dirt as well. So I did the same process and notice that the closure looks a lot better, looks a lot neater at this point. So if you pay attention, you'll notice I was doing the same thing. I was repeating the same process, rubbing and squeezing off the dirt from the hair. And at this point, the water was still dirty. I noticed I was ready to wash again. And for the third time, guys, I did the same thing, same process, water, shampoo, then the hair, rub, pat, squeeze, make sure the dirt were coming off. And again I went right straight to wash the closure again, and then I added shampoo and brushing the closure again, making sure that every foundation stain or powder stain that was on the closure had gone off and that the closure was looking a lot better. Yes, it looked a lot better. At this point I'm like, yeah, this closure was already good to go, and then it was neat already. So I went ahead to comb out the hair a bit. Yes, I combed out the hair a bit to make sure that it doesn't tangle so much. Then after I did that, I washed again. The water was better now, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So here I was ready to condition my hair. I added conditioner into the hair, then rubbed the conditioner on the hair, made sure that the conditioner was soaking and going straight into the hair. The conditioner I dipped into, don't forget I added conditioner into the water, so I was doing the same thing, rubbing the conditioner on the hair, making sure it goes through the entire hair. Then what I did was, the trick here is that I soaked the hair in the conditioner for say 15 to 20 minutes, and then when I came back the hair was so soft already. You notice that it was a lot easier to comb than when I was washing. Yes, when I was washing with just the shampoo, it was not this easy to comb. So the hair was now soft. That's what the conditioner did. So after I finished this method, I went on to rinse off our conditioner from the hair, and look at that hair, man. The hair was now looking soft, was well, giving bone straight vibes, you get. So yeah, I was happy about it. All I was going to do next was rinse and rinse and rinse, and look at, come on, the water was looking neat at this point. The hair was already, giving me that, I'm neat feeling. So when I was done, I squeezed it again, made sure that the water had gone off the hair properly, squeezed off all the water from the wig, and then I was ready to dry my wig at this point. So since it's a bone straight hair, I like to sun dry my hair. I would only advise you sun dry bone straight hairs, but when it comes to a coily hair, please do not sun dry. You can air dry. So at this point my wig was dry. What I was getting ready to do was to style my hair, bring my bone straight back to life. So I had gone ahead to apply some hair serum on my palm, and then I went straight into the hair, applied hair serum on the hair, make sure that the hair serum goes through the entire hair, made sure that every part of the hair received the serum. I went ahead to brush off the wig, it's looking bad, you get, because we just washed. So what I did was brush the wig completely, brush it out neatly. Can see what I was in. Please pay attention to the video, guys. After I finished brushing, I went ahead to use my tail comb out a bit, then get ready to use my straightener. At this point, my straightener was already plugged in, and I was ready to straighten the hair. So what I did was section the hair. Please always do this. It's easier. It helps the work. It makes the work easier. It makes it less stressful. And then this way, the heat from the straightener can go through the entire hair completely, meaning no part of the hair will be left out. So I sectioned my hair into parts and I started to straighten. I started to do the work. I repeated the same process. When you're straightening your hair, please try as much as possible to go through the hair as many times as possible till you can see the difference between the part that you've worked on and the part that has not been worked on. So that's what I did. I repeated the same process over and over again. That's what I kept doing, repeating, making sure that the hair was giving, making sure that the hair was going to be giving me that bone straight vibe that it should. So I repeated the same process, and at this point I noticed that the edges were looking unequal, such that some parts were looking longer than some parts. It means it wasn't looking well trimmed. So what I did was going with my clipper. Yes, I went in with my clipper, tried to level up everything so that when you flip your hair, there's no part looking longer than the other. Or how you wear a bob wig and some part looks longer, some part looks shorter. You can see the excess hairs in some parts of the hair. So that's what I tried to avoid. I did that and then combed out, and I saw that it was looking better. So I went on to repeat the same process of the straightening, applied oil, started to take out the hair, straighten, going with my comb. Please watch closely, guys. You will see what I'm doing. You see that, notice how I'm bending my hand a bit when I get to the bottom part of the hair. Do you get that? That's how to bob your hair properly. So that's what I was doing. I went in again with the hair, and then my flat iron was giving me what it's supposed to give. It was giving me the job. It was getting it done. So that's what I continued to do. I repeated the same process over and over again, and voila, this is what we have. And then it's even. Yeah, all I did was just repeat the same process. Please watch closely, guys. Please watch closely. Look at that hair now. Look at it. So I was giving at this point and I was checking it out. So at this point, this was the front, and I wanted to just run through it again and again and again. Make sure that it looked sleek as possible as ever, or as possible as it can be. I did the same thing, and at this point I'm like, you've done well. Yes, come on, look at our bone straight giving. So I checked it out and I'm like, this is it. So what I did was it was time for me to work on the closure. I took the closure on part by part. Yes, I tried to section into smaller bits. That way I would apply hair wax on it so that when I use my hot comb, it can lay properly. So that's what I did here. I went ahead to straighten the closure. I started straightening the closure, and look, it was blending in properly. So I repeated the same process. I told you I sectioned the closure so that way the hair wax can be applied through the closure, so that our hot comb can do the perfect job when I use it. So I went ahead to do the same thing. I took the closure part by part, applied my hair wax, straightened out completely. Yes, that's what I did. I repeated the same process all over the closure. Hair wax, straighten again, and straighten again. Straighten as much as possible, guys. Come on, I'm impressed. This was looking good already. It was looking good already. I repeated the same process. I just want you to see what I was doing, see how well I was doing it, see the time and attention I was paying to every part of the wig, making sure that it lays. Apply the hair wax round. You can see what I did. I did it the same. I did the same thing all over the closure. Repeated the same process, straightened and straightened and straightened. And then at this point, yeah, the hair was good. Yeah, it was good. So I applied some hair wax here, more hair wax, and then it was time for hot comb. So the hot comb was doing the job, that perfect job. Hot comb will help all those flyaway hairs. The hot comb was doing the job. It was straight. It was, laying the closure properly, laying it neatly. I repeated the same process all over the closure. Made sure to use the hot comb. Made sure it goes through every corner of the closure. Made sure to, press down. And then, yeah, it was looking good. Press down, styling the front, arranging. Note that how you style your hair is what will determine how it will come out. If you do not style properly, your hair would look really bad. I can be wearing same hair with you and somebody would be like, are you sure it's the same hair we're wearing? What differentiates your hair from another person's hair is your styling. So please always try to style your hair properly. So I did the same thing. At this point, I used my needle and I was trying to define the line. That's the pattern on the closure. I was trying to define the pattern on the closure to make sure that it looked as straight as possible and every hair was in its place. There was none interfering into another. That's what I tried to do with the needle. I just defined the pattern on the closure. It's a 2x6 closure. It's a kinky closure, by the way. So that's what I did. I defined the closure, went in again with my hot comb, just to give it that final touches. I'm a perfectionist. I like to do things and then look at it and be like, wow, this is good. So that's what I went ahead to do again. Repeated the same process with the hot comb, and at this point, I'm like, yeah, hey, you look good. And so we've come to the end of today's tutorial, guys. So please, if you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and I'll be here to answer all your questions. Thank you for watching. Bye.